Super Mario Star Road. This Mario 64 ROM hack truly is brilliant, well made, and is by far my favorite of them all. I would not have even known about this hack, however, if it weren't for the fact that you can complete it without any stars, just like the regular Super Mario 64. Why? I'll get to that later. Let's rewind a bit here. 2008. I was very young and watching those ancient Super Mario 64 YouTube videos. Some may call this the golden age of YouTube, but in reality it was a bunch of 144p recordings of Project 64 with the unregistered Hypercam 2 watermark in the corner, and of course the video topic would always be something along the lines of unlocking Luigi or some other untrue rumor. The vids would always have some very convincing Luigi, or lime green Mario with a red M in its hat, but I still have memories of believing these obviously fake videos and ended up running around the courtyard, staring at the statue, doing other shit like that, not realizing I was completely wasting my time. Also, don't even get me started with the Waluigi and Mario 64 DS rumors. 2015, I was really into Mario 64 stuff and was watching a ton of videos on the game, mainly ones related to speedrunning. Because of this, I happened to see a video on the recommended tab, and it was Simple Flips doing a 0-star speedrun of Super Mario Star Road. I was mind blown. Not about the speedrun, sorry Simple Flips, but the game itself. I was convinced ROM hacking in Super Mario 64 was a dead scene and did not believe people actually worked on huge projects like this. The biggest ROM hacking related thing to this game I saw beforehand was some decent looking Luigi model in the game, and that's pretty much it. At this point I was hooked and re-downloaded Project 64 on my computer and got the Star Road ROM. It was very fun to play through. The amount of time, effort, and care put into this hack is very clear to me, and if you like the original Super Mario 64, I can't stress trying out this hack enough. If it were the late 90s and I saw this being played in the N64, I would believe it was an official sequel to the game, which is another reason as to why I love this hack so much. While hacks like Super Mario 64 Land by Kaons look awesome, there's obviously too much going on for an actual N64 to handle, so it doesn't look like it would be an actual game. I prefer the more simplistic feel of hacks like Star Road and Super Mario 74, if you get what I mean. For many years, Super Mario Star Road was locked to emulator because no one could get it to run on actual hardware, until Kaons made some tweaks to the ROM and finally made it possible 8 years later. I will be forever grateful for that. That's a great thing to do, thank you. I made an entire video on this topic, the link for that will be in the description. But anyway, now that Super Mario Star Road is playable on N64, why not try out the thing that got me into the game in the first place? Super Mario Star Road without the stars. So let's play Super Mario Road. Start the game, the first skip in a 0-star playthrough is... Yeah, I just jumped over the door. Yeah, this was patched into later versions of Star Road, but since this is the 1.0 version, why not take advantage of it? Bowser's Slippery Swamp. So you are supposed to have 20 stars to be here, and the level design for this is very cool, but I am also very bad at this game. You can skip a lot in this stage by doing a well-timed triple jump and then a well-timed wall jump. After this, you go to the boss. Skellex made these custom boss fights, which is very cool. The goal of this one is to kill all the piranha plants and then get the key. I did have a couple deaths here because I am bad at it. The design of this one is very cool, I am a huge fan of it. After you get rid of all the piranha plants, the key to go inside the castle appears and... you know, you grab it. On the emulator, I remember being able to jump over the door to leave, but for some reason that does not work on N64, so I need to enter and exit to get out of the room. Now that I have the key, I put it in the wall. Another bug here, this was fixed in later Star Road releases, but yeah, as mentioned, I'm playing on 1.0. Enter the pipe to go to the sewer. This pipe is the perfect position for a BLJ, and after you do it, you should be underwater. After this, you jump inside the castle, and you'd go into the castle warp. You are supposed to have 40 stars to be in this one. I really love the design of this stage. As you can probably tell, it is a 3D Super Mario World style castle. Very awesome stuff here. After you go to the door, you are faced with another custom boss. This one is just an oversized bully. These bullies are pretty easy, but the fire can mess you up easily. After this, you have the last key you need. For some reason, this key actually goes into the keyhole rather than the wall. I'm not sure why that even happened to begin with. The worst skip in a 0-star run is here, and unfortunately it's the last. Kinda. You have to line your camera up well, do a BLJ in front of the chair, and then end up inside the cannon. You don't have a lot of room to do it, and it can take quite a bit of time. Luckily, I got it pretty quickly. I was now in the rainbow area and proceed to attempt the last BLJ required, but... yeah, I had to start over again. I was not nearly as lucky with the chair BLJ. I had some really weird attempts at that. The BLJ you need to do to get to the 80-star door is pretty simple, but it can be very easy to mess it up. Luckily, I made it in and then went to the Bowser stage. This level is very cool, but it can be very easy to make foolish mistakes here. Finally made it to Bowser on next attempt. This is basically the normal final Bowser fight in Mario 64, but he's very fast for some reason. He ended up knocking me off my first attempt somehow. It took a bit of time to actually make him hit the bombs, but eventually I got to work and beat Super Mario Road. This star doesn't count as you'd expect. So yeah, no stars. Why is Mario looking down there? After all this, you only get reward with a secret star, and of course I didn't save because, you know, that would completely defeat the purpose. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Also, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays everyone, yeah, all that. Let's hope for the best in 2020. Peace.